My big teenage problem. I hated my freckles when I was young. Every day I looked in the mirror and thought, look at them, they're getting bigger. When I'm older, there'll be one big freckle all over me. At school, the other little children in my class laughed at me and my freckles. "Hello, freckle face," they shouted. But when I was a teenager, it all got worse. My freckles were my big teenage problem. Why did I think that? Because one lunchtime, I went to the school library and started to look for a book. Suddenly, I heard a conversation between two boys. "So, who do you think is pretty?" one said. "Donna Marshall," said the other boy. My ears went ding, because Donna's my best friend. "Yes," said the first boy. "Susie Carpenter?" My ears went ding again, because that's me. "Great legs," began the first boy. I thought, that's a good start. But don't talk about the freckles. Please don't talk about the freckles. But I don't like the freckles. Oh no, I thought. I wanted to run away and cry. Perhaps that will wash my freckles away, I thought. Donna is pretty, of course. She has it all. Pretty hair, blue eyes, nice teeth, and no freckles. Boys fall down at her feet when she walks past them. She can go out with any boy. And she goes out with a lot of them. When she gets bored with somebody, she says goodbye to him. Then she turns to the next boy. That was Donna's life. A lot of young men, and they happily did everything for her. I only had freckles. I was very unhappy in those days. But not now. Now I'm quite happy with my freckles. So what changed things? I'll tell you. It was lunchtime in a dining room, and I was with Donna. Suddenly, Donna said, "A boy over there is looking at us." "Looking at you, you mean," I said. "What boy?" "I don't know," she said. "I never saw him before now." I started to turn my head. "Don't look," Donna said quickly. "He'll see you. Look at him when he's not looking." "Donna, I have to look at him," I said. "Or how will I know when he's not looking?" "What's wrong?" "Will he run away when he sees me?" "Okay, look at him," said Donna. "But be careful. We don't want him to think, so they're interested in me. Go and get a glass of water." "I've got some water," I said. "Go and get another glass," she said. "You can look at him on the way. He's sitting alone near the door." I went for some more water and looked at the boy. He smiled at me. I smiled back, and he blushed. When I got back to the table, Donna nearly pulled me down into my chair. "Do you know him?" she asked. "His name's Jack," I said. "He came to the school at the beginning of term. We're in the same class for history." "He's got a nice face," said Donna. Her eyes were excited. Did he? Did Jack have a nice face? I thought about it. I said, "But he's not handsome, is he?" "No," said Donna, "but he isn't handsome in a really nice way." "Do you know him well?" "Not very well," I said. "I say hello to him." "Who's he going out with?" asked Donna. "Nobody," I said. "He only came here at the beginning of term." Donna's brain started to work fast. You've got history last lesson today, she said. Talk to him after the lesson. Give me time, and I'll find you. I said, Wait a minute. Excuse me. Aren't you Donna Marshall? Aren't you going out with Steve Bridges? Not really, said Donna. I said, Last week you said Steve's wonderful, Susie. That was last week, said Donna. I like Steve, of course, but I knew two things. Donna was bored with Steve. Goodbye, Steve. And Jack was next. Because, well, Donna always got her man. So, after the history lesson, I put my books in my bag slowly, and when Jack went past my table on his way out, I went after him. I said, Jack? I said, Hi, I'm Susie. I know you are, said Jack. Did you want something? Do you like it here, I asked, because I couldn't think of anything more interesting. Is it difficult at a big school when you don't know anybody? It's okay, he said. Jack smiled. A nice smile. He said, My last school was near a farm. The smell was bad. We had to shut the windows summer and winter. So, you're a country boy, I said. Is it a nice place? It's okay. He looked at me strangely, but I couldn't stop now. Where was Donna? I said, Are there any cinemas in Basingstoke? Yes, he said. But not this time. After a minute, Donna tried again. She gave another smile and put her hand in Jack's hand. I thought, Why isn't he falling at her feet? I left them. She said, That Jack, really? What's wrong with him, I asked. I could only get about 6 words out of him, she said. He was all right when he talked to me, I said. I want to go out with him, but he didn't ask me. I thought, Donna was alone with a boy for more than 5 minutes, and he didn't ask her out? What's wrong with her? I said, I think he's shy. I'll try something different next time, said Donna. What does he like to do? What doesn't he like? I don't think he likes farms, I said. Who wants to talk about farms? Does he like dancing? Does he like the cinema? You'll have to ask him. Why don't you ask him, I said. Oh, Susie, you don't know anything about boys. Cats and poems. Next day, when we had lunch in the dining room, when he was ready to leave, Donna said, Now, Susie, go after him quickly. But I'm having my lunch, I said. I said, Okay, I'm going. Can you think of a better friend than me? Do your friends go without their lunch for you? I found Jack near the tennis courts. I said, Jack, hi. Hi, Susie, said Jack, and he blushed again. I said, So what do you like, Jack? Pardon? He said. Jack laughed. A nice laugh. He said, No, I'm not very good at sports. His eyes aren't brown, they're green, I thought. I said, What other things do you like? Cats, said Jack. I said, Cats give you stress? A nice laugh again. And what does Susie like? I wasn't ready for this. I write poems. You write poems? Yes, I said. When I was young, my school teacher told me, That's a good poem, Susie. He said, That's strange. I write poems too. A lot of people do, Jack, I said. The library's got a lot of books of poems in it. Jack said, "You'll have to show me yours one day." Conversation with Jack was easy, so I talked. Then I saw the time and said, "Sorry, are you bored?" "No, I'm not bored," he said. He looked at the floor and said, "Can we do it again someday?" I said, "Yes, of course. I'll see you." She said, "Where were you?" "With Jack," I said. "All this time?" "It was a long conversation," I said. "Him. What does he like?" "He doesn't like sports," I said. "You know, poems. A lot of words." Okay, I know about poems," said Donna. Cats and poems weren't very useful to her, but dancing. "Does he?" she said. "Now that's interesting." Next day, Donna wanted to look for Jack. I can never remember names. Strange. Jack didn't blush when Donna talked to him. Well," said Jack. "There's a disco at school on Friday night," said Donna. "Are you going to it?" I'll be there," said Donna. "That's very kind of you," said Jack. "But I think my parents are planning something for Friday." Was Donna angry on the walk home? She was. She said, "Is it Jack, or is it me? Am I suddenly ugly?" "No," I answered. "He's not shy with you," she said. "I'm not the beautiful, famous Donna," I said. "Who am I going to go to the disco with? I can't stay at home when my friends are having a good time. Tomorrow, Jack will have to ask me to the disco." I said, "Why don't you ask him? It's easier." "Perhaps he'll say no." "So what's the problem?" I asked. "Well, then I'll be unhappy and he'll think, 'Oh, she likes me,'" she said. "Yes, but I don't want him to know that," she said. When you say no, she's angry and unhappy for days. It's easier to say yes, okay. I said, "You don't usually try as hard as this, Donna. Why this time? Why with Jack?" Donna sighed and said, "I like to win." The phone call. I thought, Donna, what is it now? Doesn't she like Jack now? Are the colour of his eyes wrong? But when I answered the phone, it wasn't Donna. "Can I talk to Susie, please?" "You're talking to her," I said. "Oh, hi, Susie. It's Jack." "Really? What did Jack want?" Jack said, "I hope you aren't angry. Do you want to talk to me about something?" Then I thought, of course he wants to talk to me. He's on the phone. Why did I say that? Jack said, "Yes." I said, "Okay. What is it?" He didn't speak for a minute. But am I right? How do I know? I thought, Donna. It has to be Donna. I said, "Do I know this person?" Yes," said Jack. "I wrote some poems about her, but I didn't give them to her." "Give Donna a poem and she'll put it on her bedroom wall." "Can't I do it on the phone?" he said. I said, "That disco. Can't you go?" Jack sighed. I said all that about my parents because, I said, "Ask her to go with you." "Susie, Sorry, I have to go now," I said. I put the phone down quickly, before I started to cry. Why Donna? Why is it always Donna? Why does she always get the boys? I didn't phone Donna then. When I went out with Donna, boys didn't see me. And I did it. I did it because Donna was beautiful. And I had freckles. Nobody looked past my freckles and saw the person under them. You don't have to think about anything when you're doing homework. Freckles are great. Next morning, I didn't tell Donna about Jack's phone call. I was quiet all morning, and I tried to stay away from everybody. Donna will be happy now because she's going to the disco with Jack, I thought. She'll tell me every little thing about it. She'll be so happy, and she won't see my unhappy face. And I saw Jack. He ran across the road and stopped in front of me. He said, "Susie, I couldn't find you. I looked." "Well, I'm here now," I said. "Was everything all right?" "What?" he said. I said, "What's funny?" "You thought. I mean, when I spoke to you on the phone yesterday, you and I." Jack stopped, then started again. He said, "Susie, can I take you to the disco, please?" Are my ears playing games with me? I thought. Did I hear him right? "Pardon?" I said. "Will you come to the disco with me?" "But Donna wants to go with you," I said. "Is this right? Donna wants to go to the disco with you, but you want to go with me?" "Yes," he said, "and I love your freckles." "You do?" I said. "They're lovely." "And you really want to go out with me?" I said. "Of course. How much time do you want?" he said. Did I walk to the classroom? Were my feet on the ground? Perhaps they were, or did... I thought, he likes me, he likes me. I'm wonderful, I'm beautiful, I'm great. And then I saw Donna. I thought, oh no, what am I going to tell her? How? When? In the end, it was easy. When we walked home after school, Donna said, "It's strange. She didn't say, 'It was your job and you didn't do it.' I'll never do anything for you, so don't ask me." "I didn't ask him because he's taking a girl to the disco," I said. Donna said, "But. Then she stopped and started again. "Because he wants to take me to the disco and not you." "Oh, that's not important to me," she said. "You wanted Jack." "No, I didn't," she shouted. "Yes, you did." Donna made an ugly face again. "I hope you break your legs." "You're jealous, right?" "No, I'm not jealous," she said. "But I won't. Donna's not going to do that to me now. A beautiful face isn't everything. And I can't feel sorry for her because it's funny." I started laughing. I did go to the disco with Jack, and we had a wonderful time. And he doesn't blush when he looks at me. And Donna doesn't speak to me. But she'll talk to me again one day, because we are good friends, really.
Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel to see the latest videos. Thank you.